Long before the internet, computers, boats and planes, long before the telephone, the motor car or trains, long before the satellites or rockets flying through space, long before technology that we all now embrace, long before the bicycle, the buses and the trams, long before the horse-drawn cart, the roads or traffic jams. Long before the battles, wars, the guns, the arrows, knives, long before world governments did change our simple lives, long before the kings and queens, the castles and the towers, long before the cities, towns, dictators with their powers, long before we did create the compass and the wheel, the light bulb and the printing press, the hammer, nail and steel. There was love, there was peace, there was joy, there was God. There was love, there was love, there was peace, there was peace, there was joy, there was God. Long before the birth of Christ or Buddha roamed the land, long before Israel's 12 tribes traversed the desert sand, long before the pyramids or Stonehenge mystery, long before we ever knew our ancient history, long before we lived in caves or on Lemurian shores, long before the mind and brain, the ego with its flaws. There was love, there was love, there was peace, there was peace, there was joy. Long before this human race or animals and birds, long before the dinosaurs, before the spoken words, long before the snow and ice, the wind and the rainbow, long before the ocean tides or sunset with its glow, long before the trees and streams, the mountains and the hills, long before the tulip rose, the grass or daffodils. There was love, there was peace, there was joy, there was God. There was love, there was love, there was peace, there was peace, there was joy, there was God. Hey, hey, hey. Long before the earth and stars, the planets or the sun, the universe, the galaxies, the time we were all one, long before the great explosion and the astral storm, long before there ever was a single slice of form. There was love, there was peace, there was joy.